Future Barbuda Initiative and project going forward. And here I'm sitting with Elizabeth Molling-Smith. I got that right?
Yes.
Well, just for this interview, we're going to keep it informal, and I'm going to refer to her as Elizabeth. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
All right. We're here, as I said, with the launch of the Future Barbuda Project Initiative, and I'm going to have Elizabeth to speak some more to you about what that really is. Elizabeth?
Sure. I know that heard about master plans, plans for this, plans for that, but haven't been a part of those plans. So that's what makes this different. This is a plan for Barbuda by Barbudans. We are acting as conduits to make this happen. So we have called it Future Barbuda, and Future Barbuda is, as it says, charting the course for a new vision, and that starts with you, the community. And we're fortunate for probably the first time in most of our careers to be able to speak directly to
something that would be very beneficial to the Barbudan people. Thank you very much.
Hello, community of Barbuda. Thank you very much for welcoming us to the wider community and for the start of this process. And we're hoping that during this period of a week, that we will uncover, your dreams, your aspirations, to learn more about what you want as Barbudans and how you see your vision for the future. And just to remind you again, we are here just as scribes. We're here to listen. We are here to allow you to reflect on things that you want, things that make you happy as a community, things that will make you grow as a community, and also the things that are not of interest to you as a community. We need to know that as well. But I'm asking you to join us in our various events and to join us in the various events that will take place this week. So we're meeting with different groups at different times. And if you see us on the road, just stop us and have a conversation. We're here for you. And this is the first part of the process. It's trying to capture the vision of the Barbudan community for the future of Barbuda. The Future Barbuda is a journey for us to then create your development plan and to come back again and represent this and to get your blessing on it. And we're here for a short time, but this is just the first of a series of meetings and visits, and we hope that you will feel free to come and speak to us about your plan. So I'd just like to introduce you to my team, which are over here to my right. And we're different specialists, different areas of expertise, but we're here to listen to you and to make sure that we capture that future. So without any further ado, I just want you now to take time to reflect on the information that we've sent to you outlining the nature of the project and also the various events that are going to take place this week. We have signposts throughout the community saying what will be happening and when, and we hope that you have deep, open discussions. And we just want to chat. So whatever you want to say, just let us hear it. We need to know how you feel, and therefore we take that message and then create what will be your vision. We'll bring it back to you, and you will have an opportunity to then comment on it and to sign it off. So we're here for you, and this whole process of Future Barbuda is, as it says, it is for you, the community of Barbuda. Thank you very much for allowing us to do this on your behalf, but I ask for you to reach out and connect, because connecting and talking is what's going to make this happen. Thank you very much.
Yay, future Barbuda. So this is what I want. I'm going to say one, and you're going to say future Barbuda as loud as you can. Then I say two, and we're all going to say, scream it louder, future Barbuda. I'm going to do it 3 times, because this is what our hope is, and this is what we want. We want to vision the future for Barbuda, for our children, and for our children's children. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, 1, future Barbuda. 2, 3, hip hip. Long live Barbuda. God bless you all. Thank you again for coming. Bring 10 people with you tomorrow. No less than 3 when you're coming to the exercises in the morning. The signposts are all over at the stores. You will see what time, who is coming. Check Facebook, our Facebook page, and you will see what groups can come. But the thing is, you don't have to wait for your time. You feel the spirit moves. You feel you have to say something. See one of us. We're all wearing the same shirts. But the thing is, if you want to start talking tonight, start talking, because we're here to listen and we're here to work. Again, future Barbuda. Partake of, and we're going to mingle. And all these people in brown t-shirts, feel free. We're going to talk. We're going to gather together and start talking. Let's start talking to each other.
Small or apparently insignificant. We believe that everyone deserves to be nurtured and protected, to be acknowledged and appreciated. For us, it isn't just about what we do, but why we do it, in serving a purpose far greater than ourselves.
Insurance, helping you to live in a better state of mind.
Yeah, where the light
Well,
is.
I think I should change my
Yeah.
position.
KJ, hold these for me, please. Let me just grab somebody and I'll be back.
Yeah, boy, me say I done it some.
Literally, I do this pan. That's literally this pan. How hard is that job?
But I think I done. So me
That
go.
doesn't matter.
Shut up. Can't do nothing but for now. Just sit down, sit down, sit down. So please. Hello, hello.
Yes, the camera could pick up because it's a bit dark.
That's
Okay,
okay.
give the gentleman that one. 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
You're getting us? What's your name, sir?
Kevin Talma.
Okay, I'm Mrs. Francois.
Mrs. Francois.
Yes. You need us to go up further so the light can. Okay. Go back? Who
No,
go back?
yeah.
Oh, him. Okay. That's fine. You ready?
I'm sure she looks good. I don't know about me, but I'm sure she good to go.
Well, thank you. So you guys are ready? Ready? You hearing? You hearing me, Chad?
Testing.
Okay. Well, good evening, viewers. We're coming to you from the Fisheries Complex here in Barbuda, where we just had the launch of the Future Barbuda initiative or project. I'm here with one of the gentlemen who have traveled from
Barbados. I came from
Barbados.
Barbados, not
And
too far away.
you just introduce yourself to us.
Yes, my
please?
name is Kevin Talma, and I'm from Barbados, and I'm a landscape architect, environmental planner, and I'm part of the multidisciplinary consortium to look at assisting you guys with creating this vision that hopefully we can achieve.
Okay. Could you just shed some more light to let our viewers know what this is all about in terms of the Future Barbuda and the role you will play? here?
Well, it's interesting because when I first heard about the project, I thought I knew the Caribbean because I've traveled over the Caribbean working, but never
Okay.
been to Barbuda. And then I heard about the history of Barbuda and getting involved in the project, and it was such a unique arrangement and also challenging. And I
Right.
could see why the idea of a master plan would be so important because it appears to me that there's a lifestyle that is unique that people want to maintain. So when I got invited to be part of the team, the larger picture was of interest to me, and then my particular specialty is obviously looking at the environment.
Yes.
And in my personal taste and personal projection of things, I also like looking at what we call natural landscaping and natural environments and how we can protect them, and that fell right in line and in sync with what I thought you guys were expressing in terms of trying to maintain a lifestyle instead of losing it to
Right.
everything that we lose in the rest of the island.
Yes. Okay. And so you're really here to hear what the people of Barbuda have to say in terms of what they want to see in the
Yes,
future.
so our leader
Uh-huh.
from the beginning, when she told us about the history and the background,
Uh-huh.
realized she knew in her wisdom that the main goal was to listen.
Right.
And if we could listen with open ears, then we could execute, our technical skills, and create drawings and plans and write stuff. But
Right.
at the end of the day, the idea is to facilitate this listening exercise, and that's why we're here for 5 days, because we could be here for months and months, but 5 days is still a nice generous
Yes.
stay. And if you can talk to people in 5 days, you could get a good idea of what's
Yes.
in their brains.
Could you tell me what form of your listening will take? What form it will take? Would it be you going household to household, or would it be having a forum where people? How would you?
Well, my understanding, and I'm not sure I'm the person to really get that
Answer-
perfectly,
okay.
but my understanding is there's a series of meetings that people are invited to come, and then we
Uh-huh.
also heard that we are going to visit some of the elderly
It's like house-to-house visits to
Okay.
hear stories.
Right.
Because it's stories is what we want to hear.
Right.
You know, when we hear a story, you can understand what the picture is.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't have to have it like a textbook. A
Right.
story might be better
yes,
than.
yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. So going forward, after you would have garnered like information, especially in your field, what other steps would follow after that? Would there be a return of you?
My understanding, the key is, and again, my understanding is that, you know, right now we're starting out the vision, so we want to be able
Right.
to capture that vision.
Right.
And that vision then can't be executed as a plan
Right.
until we come back to the community and say, this is the vision that we've drafted based
Right.
on the information we have and our visits and our interaction even after we leave, because I think there's some Zoom meetings scheduled so that we can follow up. So the idea is to come back. That's a key aspect,
Yes.
to come back and put that plan on the table and say, well, does this represent
The vision.
the vision?
Yes.
And in my business, I realize from my experience that sometimes that is the phase where you can get even the most impactful response, because sometimes when you put something out there,
Yes.
that's when you're really talking.
Yes.
Before, yeah, you can say a lot of this, you can
Yes,
say a lot of
yes,
that, but when you
yes.
put something out,
Yes.
it's the real deal.
Yeah.
And then people respond for the better or for the worse, but at least
Yes.
you get the information
But
back,
yes.
and then you can revise it and revisit it to make sure we achieve what the people of Barbuda are looking for.
Well, I really hope with your time here, you'll have a productive time. Especially speaking to the older people, you get a lot of information there. And even saying you're from Barbados, the name is so close to us here in
It's close.
Barbuda. And then I understand that we are the most northerly of the islands, and you're the most southerly in the north down
Yeah.
there. So you may find some similarities.
Yeah,
there.
I think, well, even looking around, it doesn't look that different.
Exactly, exactly.
But you do have some lagoons that we don't have.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for talking to us, Kevin.
You're welcome.
and
Thank you very
we
much.
wish you all the best. And thank you
Cheers.
for coming to, share with us and just to help us to build our future going
Well,
forward.
I'm enjoying my stay already, and I'm
Yes.
sure I'll be back.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Otherwise.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
cheers.
you.
Thanks.
If your car won't go and you need a tow, call Jim Daddy and Sons. If your car won't start and you need a part, call Jim Daddy and Sons. They are a family-owned company that have been in the junkyard business for over 40 years in Antigua and Barbuda. They are dependable, reliable, and affordable. And oh, I forgot to mention that just last week my cistern was running low and on the same day delivered that flow. So give them a call at 462-3433 so you know what to do. If your cistern is dry, give Jim Daddy a try. Remember, it's 462-3433. Call them today.
everything and everyone in life matters, no matter how small or apparently insignificant. We believe that everyone deserves to be nurtured and protected, to be acknowledged and appreciated. For us, it isn't just about what we do, but why we do it, in serving a purpose far greater than ourselves.
We are State Insurance, helping you to live in a better state of mind. With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
Okay, so check it. Flo was giving away 30,000.
Folks, we're still here at the Fisheries Complex where we just had the launch of the Future Barbuda Initiative and project going forward. And here I'm sitting with Elizabeth Molling-Smith. I got that right?
Yes.
Well, just for this interview, we're going to keep it informal, and I'm going to refer to her as Elizabeth. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
All right. We're here, as I said, with the launch of the Future Barbuda Project Initiative, and I'm going to have Elizabeth to speak some more to you about what that really is. Elizabeth?
Sure. I know that heard about master plans, plans for this, plans for that, but haven't been a part of those plans. So that's what makes this different. This is a plan for Barbuda by Barbudans. We are acting as conduits to make this happen. So we have called it Future Barbuda, and Future Barbuda is, as it says, charting the course for a new vision, and that starts with you, the community. And we're fortunate for probably the first time in most of our careers to be able to speak directly to a community about their future. Usually it's just part of a community, or you're speaking to a particular group. So we're hoping that everyone will come forward, from primary school children to our elders, to talk about how they feel, things that they see as challenges, things that for them are aspirations, and the passion of the people. When I first came to Barbuda, I felt that was palpable, and I know Irma has dampened that. What I would like to do is to have a refreshing, a resetting, a renaissance of this community to re-engage with that future.
All right, good stuff. Could you tell us, who's a part of your team here? Well, you shared on the objective. Who makes up the team in getting this going forward?
Sure.
Yeah.
First and foremost, to say that in terms of planning and the approach to the community, how we're going to start this process,
Yeah.
we were lucky to have a Barbudan on our team who helped with shaping and forming that, and that's Annette Henry. And she speaks very passionately about Barbuda, and she made sure that when we went through the different techniques that you would use, things that she knew would not really engage the soul of Barbuda. And she got us to think differently and you're stripping off all that you know technically should be doing and just making it real. So we're here to have real conversations with people to talk about this future, and it's your future. So we can't create it. We need to hear and then articulate that. And it's in 2 stages. So what we're doing now is called the strategic framework. So we will, hear from you, what the challenges are, and feel the pulse and understand what your vision is, aspirations. The second stage is actually putting that into a framework, a plan. So looking at things that you need in terms of infrastructure, things that you need in terms of systems and processes, things that you need, to enable these stepping stones for that future. And then we'll come back again and we'll say, okay, this is what you had said. This is how we have put it into a framework for a development plan, and we want your feedback. Right? That aspect. So at this stage, we're talking about the vision. The second stage is putting down the plan. So we will come back again and we will seek the endorsement of the people of that plan. And then we will go back to present that, because it's a project sponsored by the Caribbean Development Bank. It's a part of the loan projects that the government has. So we will present it back as the development plan of the development plan of the people of Barbuda.
So once you would have captured, you're saying once you would have captured their vision and you put it down on put the plan together, come back to make sure you would have captured the vision the way they want to see it happen. And then go forward. But how do you plan to go around and capture? You said you'd be talking to children, and are you going house to house visits? How are you doing questionnaires? How are you doing it?
We have meetings with different groups. So you will have people who are involved in tourism, taxi drivers, educators, the young people, elders, fisher folk, agriculture, small business owners. So we'll be looking like that, But from a family perspective, to speak to families and say, okay, what is it like for you? How do you, as each component of this family, feel about the future? And you asked me about who is on this team. So we spent a long time shaping this team because it's a special opportunity to come in and to have this, to develop this vision and the plan with a community. And we have engineers and scientists, social scientists, economists from various companies, and we've done a handout with all of these, and I'll just read them through. So we have Brisbane McGrath engineering consultants. They're based in St. Kitts, and University of West Indies, UWI. Everybody knows them, but they help to put in the regional context. Cooper Kaufman Consultancy, they're QS, they're chartered surveyors and quantity surveyors, and they're based in Barbados, St. Kitts and Nevis. Bain Planning, so we have a planner on board to help us navigate the development plans of Antigua and Barbuda, the legal framework, and Arctium, who do hydrology and water services in the UK. Urban Islands, they work in development of sustainable communities. And Talma Mill, they're the landscape architects, so they look at the vegetation that's unique to Barbuda, and to make sure that we bring that into frame. Areas that we need to protect, that they are protected. Fielding, Clegg and Bradley, there are urban designers, so they're the ones who will put into shape the words that you have given us.
Yes.
The aspirations, the pulse, the feeling, they create, they turn that into the plan.
Okay.
CBSCL, they're engineering consultants, and they do coastal engineering, transport engineering. So they electrical engineering. So they will look at all the aspects of that and how that actually underpins the requirement of the future, and Taylor architects who deal with special community architecture. So we've got 2 members here today, and they've been going around the village to look at the heartbeat, and to pick out those key styles, because there are things that are unique to Barbuda and things that we need to ask you. Do you want these unique signals to be preserved?
Right.
So we again will take that from you. And then we've got the Dr. Reg Murphy, who most people know on this island as the chief archaeologist for Antigua and Barbuda, and he's solidly behind this.
Okay.
An important part of this is the one planet concept.
Right.
So we're looking at one planet living for Barbuda, and what that is, one planet living is a precursor to the Sustainable Development Goals, which you'll hear government talk about. You'll hear some news as well, being a measure for growth and development. So we're using is for Barbuda, and actually the founder of One Planet Living has given us like full endorsement to work with this in this framework with the community of Barbuda. And by doing this, Barbuda will be the first one planet island in the world. It will also be the first one planet community for the Caribbean.
Wow.
So it's really putting Barbuda way up there. And our reason to do that was strong, because people after Irma recognized Barbuda for Irma, right? So that put Barbuda on the map.
Yes.
We want to put Barbuda on the map with a different registry.
Yes.
So using this sustainable development and show that as a community you have come together and you've made this happen. And it's not just the overarching, cursor elements. It's also looking at how you live and work, livelihoods, jobs, businesses, opportunities that are developed along the sustainable pathway. And it puts you in a different position to even other islands in the Caribbean. So even the way that you look at tourism, it will be completely different. Low impact, high yield, one that involves everyone in the community, not something that is segregated. So this is also something that we picked up from our early visits on island. So we're doing this for the community, and we want Barbuda to now be a beacon, and to be a beacon for the right thing, not, for the unfortunate situation of a Category 5.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so very much for sharing with us. And, just to let our viewers know, well, we had a launch here this afternoon. It's into the evening now. And I was one of those persons who went to the gate, and you got a nice little tag, and there was a little card that you could fill out. It says, my future vision is, and you could write that and drop it in the box. So they'll be coming around, and we want people here to be very supportive. We've always spoken as Barbudans of wanting to see things develop and be better. Here's a perfect opportunity for us to be a part of that, and so Elizabeth, we just want to thank you all and your team for sharing with us, and I understand that each household will get an envelope which will give more information about what this is all about. And if there are any questions, or if you have anything you want to share, please feel free to be a part of any of the consultations or anything. Keep your ears open so you can be a part of what is happening. We don't want it to be said that, well, I didn't get to have a say. This is your time to have a say in what happens here in Barbuda in the future. So one last, I know you mentioned we are going to be the first in the one, so I was going to ask, has this initiative ever been done in terms, like in other countries, like?
Not like this.
Not like this.
No.
Okay.
It's a unique approach to it, and to be able to bring the community together as one. And some of my colleagues were saying that it's unusual to go into a space and place such as Barbuda and have a community that's already connected through your village meetings.
Yes.
You know, it is unusual to have that. So it's something that we would like to build on, you know, because I think that's part of your culture core.
Yes.
And it's something that needs to be preserved.
All right. So Elizabeth, just look into the camera, invite everybody out to be a part of what you're doing one last time.
Everyone, thank you very much for having us, but this is your time. So we're looking forward to having you at all our events and looking forward to hearing your voices, hearing some of the challenges, but tell us what your aspirations are for the future. It's important for us to hear this, but important for you to share. So please come and share. See us, meet with us, come talk with us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much. All right. So once again, get one of this for more information on your future vision for Barbuda. So on behalf of the Barbuda Channel and our team here, just want to thank you, Elizabeth, and the entire team, and wish you all the best in your time here in Barbuda.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.